my name is Jordan, and I want to be your witchy librarian. Today we're going to talk a bit about Leo season, what is Leo, what are some of the archetypes and the themes associated with Leos and Leo season, and then I will give you some book recommendations for this creative season. So Leo is the fifth sign in the zodiac, and it is a fixed fire sign. It rules the fifth house of creativity, play, being seen, self-expression, etc. Leo is ruled by the sun, so right now the sun is in its comfy domicile, which is a great thing. We love to see it. Leos are kings and lovers and performers. They love to be seen, they love to play, they love to be creative. They enjoy shining on stage, being the center of attention, loving hard. Leo is also a really creative sign, whether that is physical art or graphic design, theater, voice acting, film, anything that's really creative or artsy. Especially things where there is a center of attention, that's where a Leo can shine. So this is a really great time to get into creative projects that you are passionate about, such as starting social media, starting a booktube, starting a witchy art business, take a class on voice acting, join a community theater, learn improv skills. This is a great time for all of that. Now let's get into the book recommendations for Leo season. The first book I have for you for Leo season is Finding Me by Viola Davis. This is her memoir that came out in 2022, and if you don't already know, Viola Davis is an actor, and she is an EGOT winner, which means that she has won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony, and I think only 19 people in history have done that. So it's a huge accomplishment to be an EGOT winner, and Viola Davis is one. She is known for her strong, fierce, and beautiful presence on TV and film. The most recent thing I know from her is The Woman King, which screams Leo to me. And she actually is a Leo herself, so I think this is the perfect time to read her memoir. I have not read this yet, but I will be listening to this through Libby. From what I know in this book, she goes into how she finds herself and learns to love and respect her own story, and how others can do the same thing. The next book I have for you is Black Buck by Matteo Escaripour. In this book, we follow Darren, who is living with his mother in New York City, and his mother really wants to see him rise to the potential that she knows that he has, but Darren is really happy working at Starbucks, hanging out with his girlfriend, and being mothered at home, until he is asked to join an elite sales team where he is wooed and promised riches and the works. He decides to do it and kind of goes crazy from there. He finds himself as the only Black person in this entire office. Things get weirder and weirder and weirder. I won't spoil anything for you, but there is a lot of story in these pages. I think this coming into your identity and rising to your potential and shining so bright is what makes me think of Leo for this book. Next for Leo season, we have Scarred by Emily McIntyre. This is the second book in her Ever After series. I have not read this one, but I did read the first one and I really enjoyed it. These are dark fantasy fairy tale retellings, and this one is The Lion King. The first one was Peter Pan. In this story, Prince Michael is set to take the throne when his father dies, and his brother Tristan, who they don't get along very well, is planning to steal the throne once Michael gets it. However, Michael's betrothed shows up. She has a secret plan of killing off the Fasa line as an act of rebellion. I'm gonna assume that Tristan and this new lady fall in love and do dark things together. I'm really excited to get into this book for Leo season. It has passion and action and rebellion, activism, lions, kings, and royalty. So I think this is perfect for Leo season. And I really liked the first book, which was Hooked. So I hope I'll like this too. Next, I have She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. I read this book back when it came out in 2021, and it was my favorite book of that year. I loved this book. I have not read the second one, largely because I wanted to reread this one, which I just haven't done yet, and Leo season might be the perfect time for it. I want to read you the tagline from this book. In a famine-stricken village on a dusty yellow plain, two children are given two fates. A boy, greatness; a girl, nothingness. This book takes place in 1345 China, and the boy ends up dying and the girl takes his destiny. And this story tackles so much. It has gender and sexuality, history and the caste system, society, rebellion, love. It's just got so much in it, and I really, really adored this book. The title alone can pretty much tell you why I think it's great for Leo season. This book has also been marketed as Mulan meets The Song of Achilles. I have not read The Song of Achilles, so do with that information what you will, but read the book. My last recommendation for Leo season is You Should See Me in a Crown by Aaliyah Johnson. I loved this book when I read it. In this story, we follow Liz Lighty, who believes she is too poor, too black, and too awkward to shine in her small town. Her dream is to be in her future college's orchestra and to become a doctor. However, she has a financial aid issue that comes up that makes it so that she won't be able to go to this dream college of hers. However, very conveniently, the school's prom gives a college scholarship to the prom king and queen. Now, being on stage and dressing up and being the center of attention is the last thing that Liz Lighty wants to do. Can she make it happen for the sake of going to school? This book is all about shining in your own person and also performing. The prom, being on stage, she's also a musician, so her own way of shining on stage. All of that coming into your identity and shining brightly outward really makes me think of Leo season. I haven't been reading much YA these days, but this book has really stuck with me. That is all I have for book recommendations for Leo season. Make sure to check out my Bookstagram and my book talk at Your Witchy Librarian. And let me know what you plan on reading for the season, or if you have any Leo placements. I am a Leo midheaven. Bye.